Okay, good evening everybody, and welcome to another stream from me, FFXIV. And, well, last time I finished up the MSQ for Final Fantasy XIV's Dawntrail expansion, so now we just got post-game stuff really to go and do, but there's an event going on right now, and I figured I'd take care of that first, and then we'll go to some post-MSQ stuff. As for what? I don't know. We might do the Arcadian, but I hear there's also some optional dungeons afterwards too, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear and we'll see what we end up doing. So, with that, let's get up. And normally the Rising takes place here in Ul'dah, I think. So, hopefully that's where it is. If not, I guess I'll find out soon. And I got my alpaca mount. Fluffy little guy. Whoop. Made a funny sound. I'm still pretty much processing how I feel about the expansion as a whole. I think I generally feel like the expansion, the first half was better than the latter. At least in terms of the story writing. I was having fun with the first half. There's like things that were leading up to, I was like, ooh, what's it gonna be? And I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in the second half too, don't get me wrong, but there's some really weird storytelling decisions that were made. And I'm not seeing any quests anywhere. Hold on. Maybe I should have Googled this first. Okay, one moment, please. Let's see. Let's see. Final Fantasy XIV, The Rising, 2024. I do wish that they could include this information in-game in some way. Let's see. Yep, it's in Limsa this time. Okay, well, then we'll head off over there. Let's see. But yeah, there's a lot of just like little things that, like the whole vibe of Living Memory. It's like, oh, there's all these wonderful interactions that we're having, but we're gonna destroy everything and everybody. Yeah, they didn't technically exist in the first place, but did we really need to? I don't know. Like, could we let them just keep existing until their ether ran out? Like, I don't know, that kind of sounds like a better alternative than just like nixing them. I don't know. I gotta think more about it. I'm just gonna rambling. There we go, that's the word. Alright, hello Wandering Minstrel. Wait, why is she still singing? She doesn't exist anymore. Rising to the call. The Wandering Minstrel seeks an adventurer both willing and able to help put the finishing touches to this year's Rising celebrations. Of all the coincidences, you will hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing of the time you lent me your strength the 12-month past. You see, I find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid, just as I did last Rising. Oh, if only Averick were here, I thought to myself. And here you are! Well, then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? My thanks. The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Oyoyo, who wishes to imprint her own inimitable mark upon the skies above Limsa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illumine these rising nights. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We already have the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Oyoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. Alright. It's at the base of the Coral Tower, so that means down here. Don't go down here very often. Hello, Lady Yo-Yo. Lady Yo-Yo. One-storied adventurer, as promised. Oh, cute earring. I have one of those. Blessings of the 12 upon ye. Ah, it's a pirate accent. I can't do these. Blessings of the 12 upon ye. My name's Yo-Yo, Kennedy of First Class with the Yellow Jackets. It's an honor to have you aboard. Oh boy. This is an honor to have you on board. Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities? Not only in decorating of these fair elements in the streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Lady Yo-Yo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory. Me and the other lads and lassies of the Cannoneers whipped up a load of lovely little drakes, snakes, and devils for a Moonfire Fair, but more of the same ain't going to cut it for the rising. 'Cause it's all about remembering those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite specialer than than a bunch of old bangers. An admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for us, our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than memorable. Oh, two opposite ends of the spectrum here in terms of how they speak. Let us make this year's rising one that the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget. Took the words right out of me mouth, dearie. Thing is, having hardly set foot out of Limsa in all me days, I don't reckon I'm best placed to know going through the minds of the citizens of this fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across this land we love, and knows it and its people intimately. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? Could do with learning some of these thoughts myself. Right then. Where's best to start asking round? Some place a lot of outsiders gathered, I reckon. How about we meet in the Aetherite Plaza, down in the lower decks? While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the aft castle. Maybe I should try to channel a female Jack Sparrow. I don't know if I could even do that. Aetherite Plaza, right. That would be down a level. Ah, here she is. You see them lights down Auker's Alley, dearie? Decorations for the festival they are. Every year, when the streets are all decked out for the rising, my heart fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley, and ask a few likely-looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do you. I'll meet you down by the ferry docks when you're done. Oh, that reminds me. You're done with this, right? Speak wings, alright. Let's reassign. Oh. Swallow's Blight. Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine morning? Ah, information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the Grand Companies. People in the streets were hooting, hollering, and setting off fire spouts, and all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colors, let loose their cannons. Seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us. But all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a vision of loveliness, of togetherness, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Here we go. Middle-aged mariner. The streets are full of life, and the sky is full of fire, and the westerly winds filling our seafarers' sails as does our hearts. Ah, couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on you, lad. Aye, I have a few memories of back then, if you've an ear to hear 'em. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip at Razadhan where the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky, and that loathsome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folk, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Reminds me you're not only of the bad times, but how we got over them. Anybody else? Oh, there's somebody. Misty-eyed stargazer. Or skygazer. Can you see them too, my love? You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them? Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I ask is that my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favor. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he could see them from where he is, that we can share them together, no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. Jibi. All right there. Anything I could do for you? You're asking for the people's thoughts on the rising fireworks. Would have thought a great hero like you would have better things to do with your time. But I suppose that's what makes you a hero, eh? Helping out people whichever way you can. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. Swim up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashin' and bangin's about. It's getting complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but I'm happy I'm not, and grateful to Baderon saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself, and that they might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Am I blind? Where is she? Oh. I gotta destinate. Sorry to keep... I don't know how to voice this person. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what'd you find out? Same here. Was half expecting them just to like looking at the pretty lights, but it seems the feeling runs a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy on our hearts, but the rising fireworks go some way to lifting that weight. So, any ideas for the grand display? What kind of thing do you reckon would help those spirits up the most? Something grand and flashy. That'd do the job all right. Ain't a little mincin' among us who ain't got a drop of pirate blood in their veins. Lighting up the sky with buccaneer and abandon would be just the way to put our own stamp on this year's festival. The rising ain't just about mourning those we lost after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived, to steer us to a brighter future. Aye, that's it. That's what Limsa needs this rising. Ships, cannons, a departure salute, not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for unknown shores, a vision of the past and of the future. An old bleeding armada filling Galadian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That's settled then. Ah, the minstrel's gonna love it. He said he'd be up by the aft castle, right? I'll see you there. I can't keep my voice in a high octave while I'm trying to focus on what they're saying. Oh well. Let's see now. 1,500 weight of the fire sand, at 500 yalms from shore. Reckon we're gonna need more ships. Our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it. I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Thanks, the both of ye. But our work ain't done yet. There's a lot needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know when you got your loins good and girded. Let me know when you got your loins good and girded. A display of such grandeur is not merely a matter of crafting the fireworks proper. We shall require the cooperation of a great many people, several of whom it may be less than disposed to offer it. A brushed up Kryl. That's cute. A Yo-Yo asks for your continued assistance in seeing her plans for the rising fireworks realized. Right then. Let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is, we're going to line up a whole fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire a broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the silver's tongue, nor much experience nobbling with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a word, won't ye? Of course, milady. Your cause is ours. Thank you, my dears. Together, then, to the Coral Tower. Back we go. Whoops. Last I had the privilege of meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the Calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedition. If not for Rayner and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivocation. Shall we then? Wanting to make the Ryzen display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Yo-Yo, need I to remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is the keeping of the peace? Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbor, but is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan? I do, Commander. Every Lillimanson art, every Eorzean heart, still bears the scars of the Calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. But the Ryzen ain't just about looking to the past, it's about looking to the future too. And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keep 'em on the straight and narrow like, I reckon it's our duty to see 'em off on another year's journey too. Well put. I accept that your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing, and paying for, this fleet of yours. Hold on, just in my seat. Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship, and the rest from, the Black Sails. Of course. One is wont to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Yo-Yo would have us parley with the 3 great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was fallen. Fought and died at Cartano, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell, and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again. I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well then, allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go speak to. I bid you remember that you go to speak with pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the 3 factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. We are to parley with pirates. Truly, life is but a succession of unexpected events. Might you have told us this a little earlier, Ayoyo? Cheers for sticking with me, lads. I hope I can count on your support in the next stage of negotiations and all. Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the seas, will prove rather less biddable partners than Commodore Rayner did. While Roswin of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Carvalane of the Kraken's Arms is a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion, that we might inflame theirs. If it's passion you're after, I've got that in bleeding bucking loads. But I might need you two to jump in again, in case me tongue decides to tie itself in an half itch. Just say the first thing that comes into your heads, and I'll pick up after. Well, this will be interesting. Come on then, dearies. Let's head over to the anchor yard and get this parley started. Any shorter way over there? No, probably not. This way. Been a while since I've been over here too. And we're just standing watching the dancing bunny. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom... the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help you with the rising fireworks? And the answer's no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny, not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to be doing with our time. 'Tis a rare occurrence, to be sure, but I find that my opinion aligns with Roswin's. Our time is precious, as I'm sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men. So, unless there's anything else... You would put the Admiral and the Yellow Jackets in your debt? That seems like a good response for Carvalane. A debt of gratitude, perhaps, for providing the men and material for this pageantry, entirely at our own expense. I saw no mention of the Krakens being compensated for our efforts in a material sense. Or am I mistaken? The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm to gather in the city, personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, and if they saw you lot working in and with the Maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge poled be queuing up to do business with you. I do believe you have a point, poorly phrased though it might be. To win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Sod your image. Any sod who... No, sod your image. And sod anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens? From previous side quests, if I remember correctly, she may have a bit of a thing for Carverlane. Carverlane's in. Don't you want to be together? Whoa. What are you trying to imply? I'd rather cut me arse off with a rusty cutlass than have to spend another minute in that preening peasant's company. Me and my girls are proper pirates. The sanguine sirens ain't all about the pirating life, though, are ye? You run almshouses for the sick and injured, and those with child, keeping themselves busy with odd jobs such as that come their way. Them's your hunters, and the folks who are drawn to the city to see the grand display, your quarry. Hold on, there's a bug floating around me. Ah, I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls selling food and grog and the like, and they'd make a killing, providing they had the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Side-eye. Maybe I could lend, and myself. Maybe I could lend him and myself. They do say the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. What of the executioners? There is no dishonor in linking arms with Admiral Merweb and the Maelstrom, surely. You, Yellow Jacket, I want you to tell me one thing, and tell it true. This is Limsa Lominsa, the greatest port in all the realm. You could find this fleet of yours without our help, yet you come here begging help for it. Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. The black sails only came together 'cause of Cartno. You could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no. You fought like demons on those cursed flats, made heroes of yourselves, and martyrs. The way I see it, it's only right that those that lost the most, when they stood to gain the least, should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing, too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those whose new beginnings already begun. So it's all for our own good, is it? I'm heading back to the Astalicia. Send word when you've hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do. Aye, aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cartano. Let's send them all off with a bloody great bang. I will join you on one condition, that in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you. Again. I never forced you to do nothing. You keep your hands off me if you want to keep them, you randy bastard. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. Yay! My hearty congratulations to both of you. It was my honor to play a supporting role, but it was your passion for the Rising that swayed them. And breathe. Oh, gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could have never got him on our side without you. Right then, time to put the finishing touches to this plan of mine. It's gonna be wonderful. I just know it. Oh, and about your reward. I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new beginnings, lad, and may the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Well, the navigator's gone too. You did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Oyoyo and for all those who loved the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall still be some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together? Sure. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement, for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears. Did that usually sound like that? That sounded kind of dark. I hear water. Ooh, we're in a boat. Greetings, warrior of light. I am Naoki Yoshida. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventures yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown. one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow ever greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path. Yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray with all our hearts that you'll continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, someplace, they shall cross again. "'Tis almost time for the display to begin, the consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed, and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails." Who is no longer here? Eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends, and voices stir, of wind, of waves, of ropes, of sails, of friends. Who like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, set sunlit sail for foreign lands, may fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir of friends of yore, asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices, raised in song, disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus, and you dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song. A prayer for the safe return of those who sail o'er the far horizon, and for the peace of those who slumber beneath those same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one. A fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. So I offer you my own heartfelt wish, that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in a 12 months' time and look up to the same sky together. You have unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest, found an in-room and played minigames. For 11's sake. Brushed up Kryl. She is not to be brushed off in the face of danger. Let's summon her now. Aww. On the occasion of the anniversaries of Eorzea's rebirth, the Adventurers Guild commissioned a new mammoth designed in Kryl's likeness. With the hood of her Pictomancer's attire drawn back to reveal her precious earring, she exudes a spirit of adventure and discovery. I'm eager to put my Pictomancy to the proof. Aw, she's precious. Big poofy ponytail. A soft westerly wind blows across the anchor yard. Let's see who comes by. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh goodness, I forgot his name already. Yeah, Ashen. Well, the god form Ashen. Derek, that one's right. That's his human name. I knew it was you. I could tell it from your bearing. He is my patron deity. Or rather, he was, kinda still is? I don't know. Forgive me. It gladdens me that our paths should cross again, of course, and yet I find myself somewhat lost for words. Are you well? What brings you here? Is that so? I should have known it. It is very much like you to help others fulfill their dreams, to bring life and light to the world. I always liked festivals, as did all my brethren, though the celebrations have taken divers... should be E there. Have taken diverse forms over the years, all brought smiles to the faces of our children, and in turn us. Though it was our custom, nay our duty, to watch over you from the Phantom Realm, one among us was so drawn to the music and the merrymaking that he adopted a mortal form, that he might join you in your revelry. In every festival is imbued the hopes and dreams of mortal man. You implore the gods to listen to your pleas, and they hear you. They still do. Till next our paths should cross. Ook, ook, ook. Aw, you could hang around a bit longer, Derek. Oh, bye, monkey. Oh, that was nice. Oh, and you're still here. Many and more have come from far afield to enjoy. Many and more have come from far afield to enjoy the festive atmosphere of Limsa this rising. Now that your work is done, be sure to bask in it yourself. Very misty out tonight. Okay, well that wraps up the rising. We got our little Kryl following us around. Are you going to do any Pictomancy for me if I look at you? Oh, there you go. Oh, too bad there's no paint that goes along with it. I'm sure I must have seen this fountain before, but I don't remember it. Well, anyway, back to Leolol. Some new quests popped up, and I think some of them might be for new dungeons, maybe? Let's see. So there's the hunts board. I think we'll unlock elite hunts marks. The hunt goes on. Bol Olga has something to tell you. Ah, Everic, you honor me with your presence. I've heard all about the deeds you've been doing for Wuklamont. As if ending Valagarmanda's rampage wasn't impressive enough, you saved the city from those mechanical beggars, too. Buggers? Beggars? If there were any doubts about your abilities, they're well and truly answered. Which is why I'd like to ask your aid one last time. Would you join us in our most essential duty, seeking out and slaying those fiends most foul? Those that pose the gravest dangers to our people? You got it. You're a hero through and through. Hunting down marks like these is the very purpose the Vipers are founded for. And it's no easy task, I can tell you. There are horrors out there, true horrors. Toravidro, like Valagarmanda, creatures more akin to gods than beasts. We Vipers wander far and wide across the land that we might learn of these creatures, and one day, end them. You remember Tiatkat? She's been doing just that for decades now, and has come away with a long list of targets. If you're interested in finding out more about them, go and see her in Yaktiel. Apikwe was doing the same when she went to Yasulani, and yet there's nothing you could call a Tiravidro in her journal. Strange, I thought, when they've shown up when they've shown up nigh everywhere else. Makes me wonder if she might have let them out on purpose. Or left them out on purpose. Apikwe's a viper to the quick, you see. Nothing matters to her more than the people's safety. Separated from her fellow vipers as she was, perhaps she thought it best to leave such nightmares well alone. Forgive me for asking too much of you, but if you plan to return to Yasulani anytime soon, could you speak with her again? See if there's something she's not telling us. Something we might be able to help her with. Oh, and tell her one more thing, for me. That if she wants to come back, me and the rest of the Vipers stand ready to welcome her with open arms. Okay. But before that, there's another quest over here. Zeishian. Hello, sir. It belongs in a museum. That looks interesting. The strange man is staring at you intently, perhaps too intently. Everic, at last! You have no idea how long I waited here, hoping we might finally meet. There is a matter of utmost importance I simply must have your assistance with. Ah, but introductions are in order. I am Zechian, professor of archaeology at the studio. At the behest of the former head of Reason, I was invited to oversee various archaeological expeditions throughout Tural. I heard from a little bird in Valakshunsa that you, a most renowned adventurer, had made your way to the continent, and could think of no better individual to aid me in uncovering its history. As a matter of fact, I have already made a most fascinating discovery in the wilds of Shak Tural. I chartered a balloon to examine a point of interest in Shaloni, you see, and soon discovered ruins which had been unseen for nigh millennium. Surely Lady Luck is on my side, I thought. But alas, things soon took a turn for the worst. In the spirit of inquiry, I hired a group of mercenaries for protection, and made my first foray into the area, but we were no more than halfway through before a host of fierce fiends barred our approach. Truth be told, 'tis a miracle we even made it out alive. Yet for a seasoned explorer like you, I dare say delving into the deepest recesses of ruins unharmed would be child's play. What do you say? Would you aid my investigation and embark upon this new adventure? Sure. I knew you wouldn't disappoint. The ruins lie beyond the river north of Lake Tori in Shaloni. Let us continue our conversation there. Okay. And is that everything here? Yep, looks like it. Let's do that first. see, Shock Tiral. That's Solution 9. Mawatzoan. Wonder if I could get a Ronik mount. No, here we go. Wonderful, you're here. History lost to the ages lies in the valley just upstream. 'Tis a landscape unlike any other, teeming with sabotenders of all shapes and sizes. I call it Tender Valley. Doubtless the ruins have remained untouched for all these years due to its barbed environs. After all, none would wish to become the victim of their thousand needles. Though I believe the ruins nestled deep within the valley to be Yokui in origin, a closer inspection reveals motifs that even I could not recognize. There's a new discovery waiting to be found within, I'm sure of it. Alas, the defense mechanisms protecting it were far too much for the mercenaries I hired. You would be wise not to underestimate them yourself. Ah, lest you forget, you should know that I dropped some of my notes concerning the expedition during my escape. If you would know of my findings, I encourage you to search for the records during your exploration. I shall wait your return here. I entrust to you the honor of discovering the unknowns which lie within. Tender Valley, now accessible. Oh, I can't do this in a trust. What about duty support? Ah. Oh well. What to do? I'll queue as Red Mage. Anybody gonna be playing at 2 a.m.? Oh, wait time only 6 minutes, okay. In the meantime, let's head to Solution 9. Okay. Ah, that's right. Ah, the hunter from across the water. What message do you have for me today? Bolga, you sentimental fool. I thank him for remembering me, but this is my home now. These people, my people. I've lived here, fought here, for the better part of my life. Stepping beyond that wall would be like stepping 30 years into the past. And while I've fond memories of the place, I'm an old woman now. I've grown unused to change. Not to mention that... Lady Napekwe. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you had company. It's all right. He's a friend of the cause. Let me introduce you. Lonyini, Renuri, meet Everick, the hunter from beyond the wall. Everick, these are... what would you call yourselves? My little helpers? Proteges, more like. Lonyini, at your service. I studied the twin blades under Lady Napikwe, and I've been helping her conduct her census on the beasts of Alexandria. And I'm Renuri. I've been working behind the scenes with Oblivion, so I've heard a lot about you and your exploits. Even seen a few firsthand, albeit from the shadows. After you brought peace to living memory, our team secured what we could from the databanks. Found a fair few things that brought a glint to Lady Napikwe's eye, I can tell you. Tural Vidral, Averick. Boalgar knew it. It doesn't do to draw much attention to those fiends. It doesn't do to draw too much attention to those fiends you haven't the strength to slay. From what Renuri tells me of your achievements, though, I shouldn't wonder if you and yours could succeed where we could not. Queen Sphene charged me with chronicling her kingdom's fauna, and I expect there are many discoveries still to be made in its darkest corners. If you want to learn more, just ask these two. Please, ask away. Lone Yini spends most of his time down in the outskirts, but I'll be here. As shall I. My duty is far from over. So in answer to Boalgar's question, no, I will not be returning to Tuliolao. But please let him know that I appreciate his kind words, and that I'm only too happy to extend him the same offer. I might have missed that. Bye. Okay, then back to Tuliolao. But there are quests to be had here as well. Although I hesitate to start any of them, if I might be pulled into Tender Valley. But might as well start. Who knows if anybody will actually show up. Let's see. And there's the Arcadian in all its glory. Let's see. I don't think you're gonna start the raid series. Oh, S rank. It's in the East Shroud, but yeah, you know what? Why not? I had my link shells for the hunt turned off all expansion, so I wouldn't be spoiled. That's what happened to me last expansion before this one. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Let's see, hunt, S rank, join. Why is everybody always tanking these? When are we pulling? Oh shoot, by joining the party, I just lost my registration for the duty. Forgot about that. And nobody was there anyway. Wow, everybody's being very patient. Usually somebody's attacked it by now. Oh, 6:20, okay. It's about another minute or so. It's daytime in the Shroud. Or morning in the Shroud, rather. Hey, who did that early? Oh, light damage. We got 30 tomestones of aesthetics. Are those the big ones? Those are the medium ones. Okay. Okay, anyway, let's queue again. And let's make our way back across the salt to solution 9. Oops, nope. And back over here we go. True view. Okay, let's chat with the eccentric researcher. Trial by Spire. The eccentric researcher has an eccentric proposition. Pardon me, but you wouldn't happen to be Averick, would you? The very same Averick who saved Solution 9? That's me. I knew it! You, my heroic friend, are in luck, for I'm granting you permission to test your might against my indomitable dummies. Usually they're reserved for military research, but I'm willing to make an exception for one of your talents. Oh. Nothing to say? Ah, of course, you've been struck dumb by my overwhelming generosity. Not to worry, for I will ease you in with a thorough explanation. Once you've returned to your senses, come meet me in the outskirts. Curious. Let's see. The other one was over here. Nostalgia, what do you have for me? Something stray in the neighborhood. Nostalgia breathes a sigh of relief at the sight of you. Oh, that looks interesting. Averick, I've been looking all over for you. Apologies for the lack of pleasantries, but there's precious little time to spare. A curious anomaly has wormed its way into living memory, and we fear it could pose a terrible threat if left alone. Please, you must help us. Ooh, interesting. I was hoping we weren't done with living memory yet. Wonderful. Oblivion is lucky to count you among its allies. Let's reconvene at the Gate of Remembrance then. I can explain more there. Oh, but fair warning, you may not be able to recognize me at first glance. What does that mean? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The raid quests tend to be a little bit longer, so I'm hesitant to start that right now. So I guess we will go here first. Excuse me, sneezed. Hopefully I turned off the mic in time. Okay, let's see, over here. Eccentric researcher. There you are. I trust you've recovered from the shock of my initial proposal. Good, good. Now, let me explain what this is all about. I'm a researcher for Oblivion, namely in the field of electrope engineering. During Zeralja's reign, I survived within the ranks of his army by helping to research and develop protective materials. One of my many projects was these indomitable dummies, and as their name implies, their durability is second to none. They were used to measure the offensive potential of an entire arsenal of weapons to great effect. But now, Zoraja is no more, and peace has returned to her home. A preferable outcome, of course, but it does mean that my masterworks have been left to rust. And that is an affront to science I cannot forgive. Peace may demand we set down our weapons, but the march of progress must go on. And so, I grant you, who seems to possess might equal to an entire squadron of hardened troops, access to the Spire of Trial. Of course, I am more than willing to make adjustments as befits the magnitude of your power. As a woman of science, I can think of no greater honor than to have you testing the limits of my creations. You've given me a purpose anew, Averick. I'll be here testing and improving the dummies when able, so you're welcome to stop by any time, even if only to gaze upon my indomitable beauties. Oh, is this the Earth, Wind, and Fire, or Stone, Sky, and Sea? Oh, that's what that was over there. Okay. Well, that's less interesting. Still nothing. I'm guessing nobody plays this time of night. Darn. Well, maybe I should start the raid series quests. It'll be a way to pass the time, if nothing else. Back to True Blue. Yes, start here. Is this the same guy we saw on the screen? Stylish stranger. A new challenger appears. The stylish stranger is eagerly looking about. Ugh. Ah, I found you at last. You, my good sir, were born to be a star. What? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Metin, head of strategic management at Ascension Arcadia, the premier enterprise for entertainment in Solution 9. Our flagship facility is the Arcadian, a combat arena, and it is there that we host the Ascension Arcadia Championship. It's the pinnacle for fighters in Alexandria, and I want you to be among them. Whoa. As you may have heard, circumstances forced us to close the arena's doors for a time, but the time is ripe to reopen them. Her Majesty's tragic passing has left our citizens disconsolate. By providing them with grip and entertainment, it is our hope to help them forget their cares for a while. If we are to accomplish that, however, it will not do to show them what they have seen countless times before. No, they need something new. Someone new. And who better than he who not only protected our citizens from the king's army, but struck down the king himself? That was you, yes. So it was. And so, for your strength and valor, the President of the Federation has marked you to be the Arcadians' next great star. Just imagine it, an upstart, the people's protector, arrives on the scene and challenges the Arcadians' mightiest to rise up as grand champion. What could be more gripping, I ask you? For your part, you will naturally be well compensated. The finest equipment Solution 9 has to offer awaits you after each and every victory. You got my attention. I dare say this has you enticed, but you needn't make up your mind right away. If you are keen to test your strength and win rich rewards, then come to the arcade. Oh. I think he's almost done. Tim will show you in. With that, I bid you adieu for now. I should look forward to a favorable response. Ponder more quickly. Ponder faster. Faster, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah! Yes, 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 yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Whew, that was close. Okay, but perfect timing there. Let's go. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, I like the music too, I think. Well, this place looks like fun. Of course, I'm sure people are already doing wall-to-walls, so we're going to be speeding through, I'm guessing. Yup. Ooh. Okay. And last but not least, I did hit the wrong button there. Uh-oh. The tumbleweeds just roll away. That's cute. Look at them go. Valley Mega Magui. Yep. Okay. Oh my. I was wondering when we'd see this guy. The barrel tender. Okay, well, let's get started. Barbello. That doesn't sound good. Heavyweight needles. Oh, yikes. Uh-oh. Over here? Oh, they grow, I see. I got very lucky. That pose. Tender drop? Oh. I'm guessing they explode? Oh dear. Oh, they grow. Oh dear. That wasn't good. Oh dear. exactly right. Oh, he's spiky. Oh! Well, that was sneaky. What's with the post? Tender Fury, okay. Tender Drop. Okay, I should pay more attention to what everybody else is doing. Oh shoot. Okay, so he doesn't always do a knockback. Okay. Poor guy. Ooh. Whoa! Whoa! Wait, I want to look at all this. Hold on a second. Okay, I know I can read that later, so I'll just grab it. Ah! Where is this? Is this the Blue Mage tribe? That'd be really cool. Wait for me. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then this, 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 and that, and then this, and lastly end with this. There we go. And then we'll do this. Okay. This place is awesome. Where is this? Hope I'm not missing anything. I want to read the lore about this place. There's treasure. Okay. There's another expedition log. Oh my, what are you? Oh, you're kind of adorable. Why do we have to keep killing these adorable things? Huh. Anthracite. Stay away. Bombs, okay. Anther bomb. Okay. So that's gonna go in the hole, and then what? Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Square. So squares are dangerous. Where are squares? So safe here? Okay. Integration. Squares are dangerous. Uh-oh. Squares are dangerous again. Well, that's like kind of a big one. Oh. Okay, now rounds are dangerous. Oh dear. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh! Chimney Spark, okay. Round is dangerous, okay. And it's going to square now, okay. Okay, we got him though. Whoa, what is this? The Great Serpent of Ranka! No way! No way! He exists in here? Is there any notes or anything? I don't see him, okay. Somebody's on autopilot. I saw. No way! What is Ranka doing here? Ow, why am I being hit? Might as well use it. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that. Yokui. Okay, so these are the Yokui, apparently. So... Uh-oh. Oh, we haven't seen... This is... What? Oh wait, this is safe here. So the Yokui are the equivalent of the Ranka in the first? What does it mean? Am I safe here? No, I'm not safe here. Here, okay. Uh-oh. I am not being terribly helpful in this battle. Back here. Wait, are we gonna fight the Great Serpent of Ranka at the end? That would be amazing. I see a vessel. Oh, what is it? Oh, I see a lot of big vessels. Please let it be the Great Serpent. Oh, it is, isn't it? Yes, yes, yes! Oh my goodness, yes, yes, this is amazing. Inexplicable entity, the greatest serpent of Toral. Oh my goodness, this is everything I could have asked for. I didn't even know that I wanted it. Oh, this is awesome. I am over the moon right now. Dubious Thule disaster. Bouncy Council. Oh. The eyeballs are moving. Oh, Oh, okay. The Bouncy Council. Oh, and he's Screeze. Bouncy council again. Where are you all bouncing to? Oh, they're spinning now. Oh. Oh, please let there be a minion of this. I want this so bad. You feel a longing to vacate your mortal coil. What does that mean? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh dear. I was confused. I was not paying attention at all. So, some are swishy swishy and some are bouncy bouncy. Okay. Moist summoning? What is that? Oh goodness. What is that? What is that? Someone please explain that to me. Okay. What is that? Mighty Blorp? Oh, I'm dying. Why am I dying? Why am I dying? Let's just not move anywhere. Okay. Great torrent. Oh! Oh, he poofed. Oh, he's just a little guy. Run away! Oh my goodness. That was unexpected. Oh, I was hoping for something. Thank you. Oh, I should have tanked their healer. Oh well. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Can I run back? I feel like I must have missed at least one entry there, somewhere in there. Will they still show up though? Oh, I probably can't now. Ah, darn it. Okay. Well, what did that say that I read here? Okay. Expedition log. I am in awe of the sheer splendor of these ruins. It is clear to me that they could not have been made by the ancestors of the Hetzaru or the Tonawata. From the architecture, I would dare say they are of Yokoi make. For those who built Zorgor the Boundless, constructing edifices of such magnitude is a feat well within their capabilities. On the other hand, the subtle design of the engravings on the structure and the ingenuity of the aqueduct are unlike anything I have seen in Urgapacha. Perhaps these discrepancies can be attributed to cultural differences with the Yokoi who came to these lands. The next expedition log says, an entity which appears to be, for lack of a better term, a walking chimney guards the doors tending to the ruins. The doors themselves possess a design wholly unfamiliar to me, and I cannot but hope we are on the verge of discovering something incredible. Alas, the pain from the needle which pierced my lower back worsens. What's more, the arm of one of my guards is paralyzed, leaving him incapable of lifting a sword. We cannot hope to face that thing in this state. Though my heart breaks, we have no recourse but to withdraw. Greatest Serpent, where'd you go? But there are other vessels around. What does that mean? Oh, that was amazing. That was so much fun. I'll have to rewatch to see what I messed up on in that last battle, but that was amazing. Right, then we gotta go back. Okay, well we did that. Oh right, living memory, that's where they wanted us to go. Yeah, let's go unlock that first. No, actually, let's go talk to him first. Do I actually have any more new gear after that? I do, the Apocal Choker of Casting. Not that you can see it. Okay. That was so awesome. But I guess that makes sense. I mean, that is a reflection of the source, so I guess we found the equivalent of the Ronkans here. So I wonder if the Ronkans were like giants as well. I don't know. You are returned, and with nary a needle to be seen. I experienced them firsthand myself. The pain was simply indescribable. That said, once it had subsided, I was surprised to find that the lower back pain which had ailed me for years had completely vanished. Now tell me of your expedition. I wish to hear everything. What did you see? What was hidden deep within those ruins? The greatest serpent of Ronka. Oh, Toral, I suppose. I see. How truly remarkable! To think that the structures of a separate civilization lie in the depths of the Yokui ruins, and at their deepest point, a great serpentine creature awaited. This is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a significant discovery regarding Shak Tural's history. Tell me, what thoughts have you concerning the valley's depths? I dare say the ruins predate the Yokui. It reminded me of the ancient Rakan ruins I saw in another world. Seems special, I guess. I have no doubt there were many gospels that foretold of the great serpent's majesty. I bet this bottom option only shows up if we did the Great Serpent of Ronka quests. So let's pick this one. You know of the legendary inscription said to be writ by an illustrious Yokui of Eld? I am most impressed. I've yet to fully decipher them, but my, if this creature described in chapter 56 verse 3 is in fact the Great Serpent, this is a most intriguing discovery indeed. Based on your descriptions, it is likely that the ancient Yokui simultaneously feared and revered the serpent of unfathomable power, and after encountering it, constructed the temple to conceal it from the world. This may be the final element which proves my life's work, a theory, the eerie resemblance of the reflection civilizations. In my capacity as a professor of the studium, I've taken the liberty of reading the science report concerning the source, its reflections, and the civilizations therein for myself. Their findings indicate that the Sundering diminished mankind's intelligence to that of beasts. The flourishing civilization of the ancients was forgotten, and the peoples of each reflection set out on separate paths, forging disparate civilizations of their own. Yet we can say that these civilizations worlds apart, can we say that these civilizations worlds apart are truly so different? If we all came from one shared ancient heritage, would it not be natural that the development of each society and culture bear similarities to one another? What I'm trying to say is, Or what I'm trying to say is that it is entirely possible a society which predates the Yokui bears similarities to ancient Ranka once existed in the source. Ooh. Naturally, it is necessary to conduct further research regarding how twin civilizations, born in two separate worlds, developed under entirely different environments. Nevertheless, your discovery today has provided further proof of the plausibility of my theory. On that subject, I would ask you to join me on another adventure, one markedly less fraught with danger. As one who has traversed beyond the rift to the first, your knowledge and insight concerning the ancient Ranka are invaluable. I would journey to Warlord's Echo and speak with the chronicler of the Yokui that I may learn of their legends. Who knows, we may just discover some striking parallels to the culture of ancient Ranka. I'm actually very curious about this, so let's continue. I just want the greatest serpent of Ranka as a minion, or a mount. That would be amazing. I haven't seen either though, but I would guess that the minion would be very, very rare at this point. Here we go.
Master Zei-chan has told me of his request. I hope that I am able to be of some help.
I am pleased to see you made it, Averick. I came by alpaca, and for a blessing, I felt no pain in my lower back the entire ride. Perhaps the medicinal applications of sabotender needles is a field deserving of further study. A subject for another time, perhaps. The personage before us is the selfsame individual who informed me that Yokui ruins may exist in Shiloni. They looked after me when I came here previously to conduct fieldwork, and are an extraordinarily erudite individual, well versed in ancient legends. Tell me, my friend, based on what I've shared with you, were you able to find any commonalities between the legends of your people and the ruins we discovered in Shaktural?
Excluding those concerning disease, precious few stories of our ancestors who traversed north have been passed down. But for the valiant warrior who brought the sky ruin low, I would share with you a story regarding the Great Serpent, one we normally would not disclose to outsiders. Please, follow me to the indelible passage. The mural shall explain all.
Oh. I thought we looked at all the murals in there. And, oops. Yep, there's no faster way to get there. Is anybody doing this fate, though? Nope. I'm not gonna bother. I do plan on getting the side, the cute yellow flying squirrel mount. I would really like that one. So I do plan on doing fate grinding at some point, but that's definitely going to be off stream most likely. It's going to take a long time. There we go. Zeshian. So these are the murals which depict the legends of the Yokui. When I was previously here for research, I was not allowed in this far.
A legend concerning the Great Serpent is hidden within this mural. Pray gaze upon it carefully, as I weave for you an ancient tale.
Oh, it's hidden.
Long, long ago, a sect of our ancestors forged north. There, deep within a valley, they discovered the remains of an ancient temple. Its inhabitants had long perished, and the purpose for which the structure existed was itself an enigma. Yet when our forebears finally delved into its further recesses, they discovered a great serpent deep in slumber. It should be noted, our people revere serpents as divine creatures who govern the boundary between worlds. To behold one of such immense power, dormant there within the ruins, they believed it best to build a temple around its chambers and offer prayers for its divine protection.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at here in the mural. Although I think I do see the little spiky creatures bear fighting along the way.
Yet in the ensuing years, our people were plagued by disease. Time and again, our ancestors offered supplication for divine assistance, but no matter how fervent their prayers, the great serpent never deigned to answer them.
Oh, I guess there are serpents all around the murals.
In the end, a great many of our forebears withdrew from the northern lands. Only the most devout worshippers of the great serpent remained, but they too would eventually withdraw in a somber procession, having buried too many brothers and sisters.
The sect who remained prayed for the great serpent's awakening. They prayed for a salvation that would never come. Yet, why should it awaken now? And what incited its aggression? Was it simply by chance that it roused it in so foul a mood? Or is there perhaps some underlying reason we've yet to uncover?
The devout who held vigil of the temple held this belief. When the great serpent doth awaken, its coil shall envelop the world. In other words, the creature's discovery was itself a pretext to legitimize their territorial expansion north. Yet their prayers fell on deaf ears. Only now, before our benefactor, has the great serpent finally awoken. A peculiar, but altogether fascinating turn of events. If the being you encountered truly was divine, mayhap it is you who shall receive its blessings.
If we consider that our friend here, a traveler capable of crossing the rift twixt worlds, was blessed by a being who governs that boundary, would that not fit the interpretation held by the sect who remained? At any rate, Averick's testimony in the legends of the Yoshi-P shall go a long way in verifying my theory. If I can gather sufficient evidence that these two civilizations worlds apart share fundamental values, and prove my thesis, our outlook on history shall be irrevocably changed. Mayhap even an entire new field of study shall be pioneered. Does the inception of civilization in its infancy bear similarities in each reflection? Was there some localized connection between them, such as a planar fissure? Or perhaps was there some all-powerful keeper of whispers peering through the veil? Where did that come from? Just thinking about it, what it is that connects us across the Great Rift gets my heart racing. I certainly have my work cut out for me, and now that you've made the ruins safe, I may resume my expedition, and perhaps more importantly, continue writing my thesis. Master Chronicler, Averick, I cannot thank either of you enough for your cooperation this day. I know not where my research will take me, but I have no doubt my pursuit of the mysterious and miraculous will see us cross paths again. Farewell. must now bring out the great serpent of Ranka. So, are these supposed to be snakes, like, eating each other by the tail? No, it doesn't seem to be exactly what I'm seeing. This might not even supposed to be eyes, I don't know. Seems to be holding a serpent there. There seems to be something like blowing wind or air. See trees. Not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing in here. Are those Chibral? Most curious. Oh, I want to do that dungeon again and again and again now. Let's see. 3 a.m. Let's see. I'll probably want to do the raids in one go, so let's see if we can do that next, the new dungeon in the Unlost World. Plus, there are some new quests that popped up after I completed the main story, which is kind of strange. So, what are we looking for here? There's these swirly bits all over the place. Yellow seems to be the color of memory, I guess? Alright, how would they actually get here? Yeah. Aha! There you are, Averick. Did you hack into this? It's me, Nostalgia. Surprised? What? With Zeralgia gone, Oblivion's been allocating its resources to an investigation of living memory. Utilizing Kakiwa's technology, we developed remote control sentries, operable from the back room, so our surveys are both safe and efficient. To think that all this once lay at Everkeep Summit. I can't help but wonder if it's a shade of my father, if a shade of my father ever resided in this grand city of the Endless. Forgive me. I did say I'd explain the circumstances behind all this. During an earlier survey of the area, I encountered one of the Endless. He claimed to be one of the city's caretakers and offered me a guided tour. I accepted, thinking I could conduct my observations at the same time. But that's when we discovered the anomaly, a rift in the very fabric of living memory. Ooh, what does that mean? I'm sure you'd rather see it for yourself to believe it, though. Let's make for the Esperance Wheels first. Constancy, the Endless who guided me, that is, should still be on duty there. That name sounds familiar. Constancy. Oh, yeah, he was the tour guide that we first met here. Okay, so that's over there. Anybody doing these fates? Nope. Then we have these two here. Might do those while I'm waiting for the dungeon to queue. Let's go, Great Serpent. You have new life in the source. It's got mayhem. Somebody must have started this and abandoned it, I guess. Oh, it's just these two guys, though. You might be able to handle this one. It's just two of them. Let's try. Yeah, there you go. Maybe eat some food. What would be good for this? Sure. Okay, let's see if we can handle this. They're hitting hard. Ooh, I don't think we can handle this. Well, Quackers, if you heal me, maybe. Or if I can reduce it to 1. Dying. Quackers, help me. Quackers, help me. Faster. Oh, we almost got the bunny. Yes, I got one of them. Quackers, keep healing me. Faster, Quackers, please! Oh, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Oh, we're alive. Yes. Bloodbath is activated. Yes. Here we go. 32 bicolor gemstones. Nice. Maybe we need to trade those in soon. Okay. Anyway, back we go. Oh, that looks like a void gate. That's curious. What does that mean? Huh. Constancy here knows everything there is to know about Yesterland, including the new anomaly, I'd wager. Why would he know about this? A warm Yesterland welcome to you, my friend. Or should I say, welcome back. I had not expected you to return as our anomaly-slaying volunteer. I do hope I was able to make your first visit to the Gate of Remembrance a special one. Your associate here informed me of what occurred afterwards, namely Her Majesty's regrettable demise. You needn't fret. I harbor no ill will against you. I, for one, would not wish to remain endless at the cost of such terrible sacrifice to the worlds beyond. Though your efforts saw the city's terminals deactivated, I somehow remain. Still, I am grateful for my survival, as it allowed me to discover this peculiar phenomenon. A lost district of living memory lies beyond this rift you see. A lost district? I previously informed you that our beautiful city was comprised of 4 areas, but this was not always the case. Numerous others once thrived, until one day our reality was irrevocably altered in an attempt to bridge our world to others, and several districts were consumed in the process. Oh, a successful attempt or not successful? Along the areas lost was a resplendent amusement district known as Dreamborough. This rift, however, allows us to access through its streets once more. We took a cursory gander of the place for ourselves, since we were curious to know what became of it. Oh. But there's nothing amusing about it. Quite the opposite, actually. We were promptly chased out by a horde of angry ghosts. After decades disconnected from living memory's ether supply, we must assume that the endless who resided there are no more. The once idyllic atmosphere has been marred by a dismal shroud, and I dare say our poor Dreamborough has warped itself into a place of nightmares. It has returned to us as a lost soul would, longing for connection. The beings within have come to call it the Strayborough Deadwalk. Oh, so they're conscious? Or sentient? Strayborough Deadwalk, wow. Now that it's reconnected to living memory, its presence is a risk to the city. So, we'd like you to brave the Deadwalk and shed some light on this mystery. Color me intrigued. You have my thanks. I regret that I cannot give you a tour of the place myself, but know that I shall be with you in spirit. This is interesting. Strayborough Deadwalk. What a name. Let's go in as Red Mage again. Though I know not why, the Dreamborough has returned to us as the Strayborough Deadwalk. A gaggle of ghostly fiends and other horrors likely await within. Have care in there, and may your investigation yield the truth of the Deadwalk's transformation. So if this is a planar fissure, this must lead to another reflection then. I wonder if it goes to the 13th or a different one entirely. The ghost in the Deadwalk gave Constancy and I a great fright. Quite a fright, but there was something almost comical about them. Perhaps they're a warped version of Dreamborough's old attractions? Or could they be... I don't know what you're about to say there. But let's go to the Strayborough Deadwalk. Less than 5 minutes. Let's go, Great Serpent. But I must have the greatest serpent now. Let's see. We could go over there. Oh, that was fast. Okay, let's go. Or not. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So what do we got here? Oh yeah, this is the rift. So this is going to another reflection. Which one, I wonder? That looks like the 13th. Looks like darkness to me. Are we gonna find 0 here? Oh, I love this already. This is from Final Fantasy IX! Oh, it's the Jester's theme! Oh, yes! My first time here. Oh, my audio's glitching, hold on. Okay.
Straybro welcomes you.
Pleasant dreams. Word to our guest, Straybro is open for all eternity. Answer to your heart's every desire. Dream your days, or your life away. Oh, what are these things? Stray babbler. Stray memory. Okay. I got little eye cloaks on. And with refulgence. Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Whoa. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this brings me so much joy. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, that's a big one. Frolic and play. Oh, hear ye, His Royal Headness Leonog graces us with his presence. His Royal Headness, bow down, Forget-me-Nog Garden. Oh my. You are a little creeper. And I like it. I love you already. Okay. Malicious Mist. Does this sound good? Friendship Round. Falling Nightmare. Uh-oh. Impossible, you deny my regal royal headness? Team Spirit. He's so creepy and but so cute at the same time. Uh-oh. I'm guessing avoid them? Oh. Oh, I'm just dumb. Okay. Spirited Charge. We are supposed to avoid these guys, right? Oh, there's more coming. Oh, one got me. Ow. I have a head. And I can't do anything. Oh, now I'm back, okay. Okay, so you gotta avoid these little guys. Uh-oh, there's come more. Oh dear. Okay. I'll try and lead it away from everybody. Okay, so stay here, and then move. That should be safe here. Ah, he got me. Oh no, I've been benogged. Apologies for breaking character, perhaps it's time to stop resisting? There are limits to my patience. Please, just let me kill you. Let me kill you. Goodbye, my subjects, and good night. Oh, I want to mount her a minion of him too. Whoa, I gotta visit this place just like for pictures and stuff. Merrily we shall go. Oh, and here come some horsies. This place is awesome. Oh, what do we have here? Just oh, I need to pay more attention. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. No, don't do that. What is that? Are those bears? Oh my. How strangely normal. Elephants, tigers, and lions. What? Whoa! Whoa! Ow! That was unexpected. Refulgence. Additional dreamers, you're cordially invited to Jack in the Pot's Enchanted Dream Tea Party. Jack in the Pot. What is this? Oh, aren't you creepily precious as well? Troubling teacups. Oh. We got ghosties, okay. What's that gonna do? It's gonna explode? Spin? I think that's the bad one. Do you want to be away from the bad one? Yes, we do. Okay. Cheers, a frightful toast to you and yours. More trouble in teacup. Oh dear. Oh, how are we supposed to figure this one out? Okay, watch carefully. I see it. I have it in my sights. Okay. Yes, I was right. Drink all you like, I guarantee my brew is to die for. Oh no, not more. Oh, what do we have here? This is different. Oh. Gonna overflow. Oh, I feel like I'm in a bad position right now. Oh dear. Uh-oh. This is fun. Okay. Oh dear, now they're different. Shoot. Uh-huh. Oh, I lost them already. Here's safe, I think. Oh! Well, I was almost right. Sorted steam. That's probably not gonna be good. Ooh. Balloons? To the endless house here. This is amazing. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, Calcabrinas. Oh, yikes. You are a formidable slayer of ghosts, but have you the strength to best their master? Stray poppet. Stray box. We're gonna fight tables? Oh. Oh my. Look away, look away. Traumarai, Lord of Nightmares. house monster? Oh! Not what I was expecting. Daylit Nightmare, Trauma Ray. Oh, so he's a plush Hades clone? This is a big boss for a dungeon. Bitter regret. Out of the way? Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Poltergeist. Things are gonna fly at us now? Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Should be... Oh, I can turn into a ghost. Okay. Oh. That was interesting. So ward against spirits. Oh. Exposing bats and pumpkins. Thanks for healing me up. Me up in that. Okay. My party was giving me tips through all that. That was cool though, because basically you stand on these little symbols and it changes you either into a spirit or not. And then you have to avoid the specific attacks that he's trying to attack people with. But that was a really neat mechanic. I like this place a lot. One of the people in the party said that it gets tiring after the third run or so. I could see that probably, but like this place is just so extravagant in terms of what they put in the dungeon. Like I want to go through it again, just like walk through it. Oh, I wish I could do this with duty support or something. Just so I can kind of take my time going through it. Can I after doing it once? Darn. Man, I'd really like to go through that just like at my own pace. Okay, let's go back. That was so cool. Okay. So, is the place going to be closed now that we defeated Traumaray, or whatever his name was? Oh, it's gone. Oh, that's kind of sad. I was hoping to like walk through it or something. A warm welcome back to you. The rift to the dead wall vanished upon your return, almost as if it knew the monsters within were vanquished. You're back. Was the dead walk as haunting as we expected? It was quite haunted. Let me get this straight. You met a disturbed mascot, attended a twisted tea party, were assaulted by a skywheel and a merry-go-round, then fought for your life in a haunted house? The Endless House, to be precise. And with that, my suspicions are confirmed. In the days when Dreamburrow yet flourished, the Endless House often held plays with volunteers from the audience. These volunteers would be cast as the story's heroes and tasked with rescuing a captive princess from Traumaray, Lord of Nightmares. That sounds awfully similar to Averick's experience. Precisely. Thus, I believe the Deadwalk's monstrous residents were given life by the lingering memories of the Endless who once called it home. As its name once implied, the district was built for those Endless who loved to dream. The theme park itself likely gained a mind of its own. Over the years, perhaps it too harbored the hope that a hero would grant its former citizens final desperate wish for freedom and for home. So, as I understand it, when Queen Sphene and Zoraija first attempted interdimensional fusion, a few areas within living memory suddenly vanished into the rift, including Dreamburrow. And as the endless souls within began to fade, their memories and desires fused with the very essence of their home to turn the Deadwalk into what it is now? Considering the timing, we have to assume the district's reconnection is due to Her Majesty's last attempt at interdimensional fusion, but with Traumaray gone, those lost souls should finally be able to rest in peace. I am not entirely certain, but the rift did close upon Averick's return. I can only hope your hypothesis is true, and the role in that hollow performance has concluded. As has mine, I suspect. Long have I served as a guide, eager to bring joy to every visitor who passed through living memory's golden gates. But I see now why I remained. I was meant to perform this final act of guidance, to lead you both to those lost dreamers. I do not wish to dampen the mood, of course, so I shall take my leave, but I could not be prouder to serve my fellow citizens, and could not be happier that you were my final guests. Farewell, my friends, and thank you, truly. I pity him, but I think it's best to let him go. We should return to Solution 9. Your good deeds still need to go rewarded, after all. I'll meet you back there, as my real self this time. And we will head back. What do we have up here? Critical corruption. Oh, we might be able to do that one. But I do want to do the last remaining quests in this area before I head back to Solution 9. I can probably do more damage as a Viper, but I can heal myself as a Red Mage, so I think I'm going to do this one as a Red Mage. Oh, somebody's actually doing it. That should make it go even faster. The Great Serpent of Ranka has arrived! And there we go. Yay! Okay. Let's head back to this area then. That was at the museum, I think. Guess they have cloudy days even here now. So what does that mean for this reflection? Is there like nobody living left here? But it hasn't been rejoined. So like, can we come back and like re-inhabit it then? We do have the gate after all. Huh. I wonder. I hope they address that. Budding botanist. Oh, it's a kid. Leaving this place for good. The budding botanist is breathing rather heavily. Hello. I don't think I've seen you before. I'm here to collect all sorts of leaves and flowers, just like my hero. I was looking for plants to add to my collection when a fiend burst out of the bushes and chased me away. I've only just caught my breath. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you mind helping me out? I'm looking for Nephiletta fronds, Arenaris leaves, and some banana leaves. You should be able to find everything nearby. Alright. Okay. Arenaris shrub. I want to go in the museum. Banana tree. Do bananas grow that low to the ground? Maybe they do. For some reason, I always just assumed they were like grown in like palm trees. But I realize now that's probably a silly assumption. Coconuts grow on palm trees, or coconut trees, more like. Wind spirit. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Oh, so that's what this tree is called. Nephiletta. Interesting. Oh, it's the trees that are zapping. Okay, I was like, what's making that sound? You're back. Did you find everything? Got banana leaves, faintly fragrant of the versatile, ever-popular fruit. Nephiletta fronds. Sprouting in cloud-like tufts, Nephiletta fronds were once used to brew a warming tea. Oh. And Arenaris leaves. Edible, but remarkably bitter, these yellow-tinged leaves are an acquired taste. Whoa, thank you so much! I'm annoyed I couldn't do it alone, but thanks to you, my living memory plant collection is complete. Oh, cutscene. Have you heard of Nephiletta? People take the fronds and use them to brew a nice warming tea. One of my books says that travelers and merchants used to drink it all the time before the war. Apparently the second type of leaf I asked you to get, Arenaris, is really, really bitter. I heard they used it in a lot of old Alexandrian dishes. People must have had different tastes back then. And then there's banana leaves. In Tyrol, they use the leaves to wrap different kinds of fillings before cooking them. I've never tried it personally, but that's what my hero told me. Oh, who's your hero? I suppose I should also tell you a little bit about her. She had the loveliest long ears, and used to talk with me all the time in Heritage Found. I remember she once laughed at me for calling her Miss. She said she wasn't as young as I thought. She knew so much about plants and animals, and she told me all kinds of amazing stories about her travels. And I still remember what she said to me. Discovering new species is my life's work. I heard that and decided to make it my life's work too. But when I told her I wanted to go on an adventure, she said to wait until I was older and wiser, and ready to stand on my own 2 feet. Well, after that, I got sick, and in the end... Oh, I guess I wasn't being realistic. I was so obsessed with the idea of collecting new plants and finding all sorts of amazing trees that I forgot about my health. I've always been frail, you see. I wanted to visit Clara, too. You know, the place they named this museum after. I read that the town is built on top of a giant tree protected by swirling sandstorms. Apparently it's on the same continent as Alexandria. Speaking of giant trees, have you ever seen any? Yeah, aloe, there's pretty big ones. And that's also the only optional one at this point. Oh, I think I've read about those statues in one of my books on the Milala. If you've seen a place like that, you must have traveled the whole wide world. I'd given up on my idea of going on a big adventure, but after hearing your stories, I can't bear the thought of not living out my dream. Just you wait. One day, I'll see the world and all it has to offer. After all, there's so much more out there than my books could ever tell me. Oh. Well, that was sad. Well, no surprise in this place. And then this should be the last quest in Dawntrail, I think. Aside from the post-patch quests. Amiable Elder. Lindblom, we hardly knew ye. Why is it still all glowy in that picture? The amiable elder seems starved for company. There I was, beginning to think I was the only one left. Perhaps you'd like to join me for a moment or two? This place was once something of an unending dream, but by all appearances the revelry is finally over. And, well, to put it simply, I've been desperate to talk with someone. If you feel like stretching your legs, why don't you come and find me by the bridge here at Blooms of Discovery? I'm glad you came. I'll get straight to it. How familiar are you with the nation of Lindblom? I know they were once at war with Alexandria. They are famed for manufacturing fearsome weapons, are they not? Lind what now? No, I know Lindblom, both from Final Fantasy IX and this one. Precisely. Alexandria fought with its neighbor Lindblom during the Storm Surge, and it was the latter who produced the dreadful weapon that wrought disaster. To focus on this period of conflict reveals a nation loathed by the people of Alexandria. Yet for much of the nation's shared history, Lindblom was simply a neighbor, albeit one with rather different customs. All this talking has put me in the mood for another wander. Come and find me when you're ready to hear the rest of my ramblings. Let us continue. Now, in many ways, a nation can be viewed as the culmination of technology and culture. I wonder where your interest lies. Well, in real life, probably not so much a man of culture. We don't really have much culture here in the US, I'd say. But when it comes to other people's cultures, I find them fascinating, so I guess I consider myself a man of culture. I see. Regardless of your affiliation, simply taking an interest in such matters is to be commended. Lindblom was always revered for its technological prowess. After all, this was the nation that revolutionized travel with the invention of the air cab and the airship. Designs that combine magic and machine to a remarkable effect. Despite such advancements, they held dear to time-honored traditions, among them the hunt. This festival of frenzied violence saw city streets awash with blood of fiends, intentionally released as sport for brave warriors seeking to prove their skills. A nation on the forefront of technological innovation, yet steeped in the wild vestiges of its past. An interesting duality, I'm sure you'll agree. Lest we get too comfortable standing here, I suggest we make for Laynode Arrow to finish up our discussion. And what is your relation with Lindblom, I wonder? Nope. Cloudiness went away. Where's the sun? I'm sure you have your reasons for being here, just as I have mine. Despite that, you chose to humor this old woman, and for that you have my thanks. I've had a wonderful time talking with you. You might have gathered by now, but in my past life, I taught history. When the time came to retire, I stayed true to my passions and began to study my family's past. As I traced my lineage back through the generations, I made quite a startling discovery. One of my ancestors was originally from Lindblum. She had made her way to Alexandria around the time of the storm surge. The war broke out not long after she married. As far as I could glean from the records, instead of returning to her native land, she remained in Alexandria for the rest of her life. When I discovered my connection to Lindblum, I pledged to learn more of our longtime foe. Although records were scarce, I dedicated what time I had left to my research, determined that at the very least I would remember the nation's fate. If it's not too much to ask, I'd love to hear your thoughts about everything I've told you. Would I give to take place in one of those Lindblum hunts? Does sound kind of fun. Oh yes, I imagine a gallant adventurer like yourself would prove quite the worthy hunter. I must apologize. Knowing that this would be my last lecture, I got a little carried away. But I simply had to share this with someone. Little did I know that I'd be blessed by such an enthusiastic student. You're a kind soul indeed. May the time you have left here prove fruitful and fulfilling. Black and white dye. Wonder if that has to do with the duality of history, perhaps? And so passes the last endless, I think. Again, that's quite depressing. Oh, I really want to restore this area. Can we turn back on all the electrope? Or could we at least have saved a backup of all the memories here? Like, it's not like the memories were actually the problem. Like, we had a whole nation's history in that data. Even if we couldn't bring them back, at least we could, like, store it for perpetuity's sake. One of the things I'm really annoyed with at this expansion. Also, like, there was no purpose to deleting it. Like, Sphene didn't know that we deleted all of it. I thought the whole point was to give her no reason to, like, keep going forward, but we didn't even have a chance to tell her that, hey, we deleted everybody, so there's no point in fighting anymore. So I was like, what was the point? If we took out Sphene, I imagine, like, everything else around here could keep running, because who else was going to be getting them ether and stuff? How are they even collecting ether? I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to Solution 9. And we'll turn in that quest. Something stray in the neighborhood. Now I get it. Ghostbusters reference. Okay, that was over here. A job well done, Averick. With the deadwalk anomaly taken care of, Oblivion can return to its regular surveys of living memory. We'll have to decide carefully how best to handle the former haven of the Endless, but I do know one thing for sure. It's our duty to uncover the mysteries at the heart of living memory, what it was made for, and what horrors kept it running, so that we never repeat those mistakes. I'd like to think that's what the lost souls there would have wanted as well. And that's what'll drive me forward. Thank you again for your help, and safe travels out there. And with that, let's return back to Tuliolal to end things up.
Welcome back, Averick. Did you speak with Napikwe? I see. It's good to know she has friends. I couldn't bear to think of her all alone up there. A viper lives to hunt, that others might live to see another day. Or so the saying goes. Sounds like she's taken that message to heart, taken it upon herself to train a new generation. And looks like you're her latest pupil. May luck be with you, Averick. And remember, whatever you do, don't get yourself killed.
Elite dawn hunts. Okay. Let's grab one of those. Gargant. Heritage found. Okay. Anything new from the vendor here? Oh, there is something new. When did that pop up? Oh, well, that gives me something to actually gather some nuts for. Automatus. Did that only show up after I beat the game, maybe? Huh. Okay. I'm glad I checked. Let's see. Let's go and trade in my bicolored gemstones before I forget. Don't want to overcap. Let's put these in here. Could sell some of these. Gotta start clearing out my inventory, looks like. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. That was really fun. Much more fun than I expected. I adored both of those dungeons. That I got the chance to see the Greatest Serpent of Ranka, which was not on my bingo card for tonight. And also, that was a crazy cool second dungeon, though, the Strayburrow... What was it called? The Strayburrow Deadwalk. What a cool name, too. Yeah, that was neat. Okay, so anyway, next time looks like we'll tackle the Arcadian, I guess. So looking forward to that too. I know nothing about it. I've been trying to avoid spoilers for that too, and I think I've seen some songs related to it pop up on YouTube, especially by Husky by the Geek, which I look forward to listening to too, because his music is awesome. But yeah, let's end things here for tonight. So thanks for tuning in, everybody, and see you next time at the Arcadian. Bye-bye.